All right, math minions, we are on to coordinate planes. And this is going to be on page 89 when you put this in your notebook. So let's look at this. The quadrants. Well, first of all, I would like to tell you that there are 4 quadrants. Hence the word quad, which means 4. Don't you love that? Ding-a-ling-a-ling. All right. So we're going to label the coordinate plane below. So we've got quadrant 1, and notice that these are all Roman numbers. So quadrant 1 is positive, positive. So if you're given 2 numbers and they're both positive, it's going to be in quadrant 1, which is down here. I'm just going to label it here, quadrant 1. We go in a circle to the left. To the left, to the left. So this is quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. And this is quadrant 4. Okay? So label those 4 corners so that you remember. And just so you know that this right here is called, well, it's called the origin. All right? It is 0, 0. So it is the origin. All right? You might get that question, so I just wanted to throw that in there. So let's go back up here. So we've got quadrant 1 is positive, positive. Quadrant 2 is negative, positive. Quadrant 3 is negative, negative. And quadrant 4 is positive, negative. It is extremely important that you learn quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4, and that you realize which way is positive and negative. Because you're going to be asked things like, if you were given a point, -4, 3, on the coordinate plane, what quadrant would you find it in? Well, so I'm going to show you how we do that in just a little bit. Let's fill in the rest of these blanks. The points are labeled X and Y. Okay, we already know that our number lines, when they cross like this, we have one is an X and one is a Y. And it's always when you give the pair, X is first, then Y. Now, that means that the X-axis is horizontal, which goes this way. And the Y-axis is a vertical, which goes this way. All right? The coordinates are always found in alphabetical order. So again, they will always be X first, then Y, because in the alphabet, it goes X, Y. We are in a 2-dimensional system right here. The coordinate plane that we're using is 2-dimensional. We can go horizontally and we can go vertically. We have length and we have height. When you get into trigonometry, then they're going to add the 3rd dimension, and so you have 3D. And of course, they use another letter, that would be Z. So you'll have, instead of 2 coordinates, 3 coordinates, X, Y, Z. Again, they always go in alphabetical order. So now we're going to come down here and we're going to label some coordinates, all right? So let's start with this one, -7, -10. First of all, which quadrant would I get a negative, negative? Well, let's see. Negative, negative is quadrant 3. So I'm going to write Q3 right here. And we're going to do that on all of these. I'm going to have you write down the quadrant. All right? So -7, -10 is in quadrant 3, which means it's going to be over here. So how we do this, remember, this is our X. The lines keep going forever. And this is our Y. So going this way is -X, and this way is just X. This way is -Y, and this way is just Y. Okay? positive, negative, positive, negative. Keep that in mind. So we're going to go -7 on the x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't put a dot. Then you're going to go down 10 places because that's -10. 5, 6, 7. Make sure I didn't lose it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's where you put the dot. Okay? And it has a letter, so we put A, and then we label the coordinates. -7, -10, and we put that in parentheses. So that's my x and my y. This is how you label a coordinate. I'm going to tell you right now, get in the habit of doing it this way so that when you get into high school and college, you won't be frustrated when the teacher marks you wrong because you didn't label it. So just go ahead and get in the habit of labeling it now. B, we've got 6, 5. I'm going to switch colors here. 6, 5. So that's positive, positive. That means I'm in quadrant 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5. So now I put the B, and that is 6, 5. Okay, now we've got -7, 3. So negative, positive, that's going to give us quadrant 2. Negative, positive, quadrant 2. So we're going to go over 7 to the left and then up 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Put our dot and we label it C, and this is -7, 3. Alrighty, what about letter D? Letter D is +6, +3. Well, then that would be quadrant 1 again. And I already have a 6, 5. So that means I go over the same 6 and I only go up 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just 2 below the other one. Now I'm kind of crunched for space. So I'm going to put the D here. And that's a good reason why you use different colors. It helps. So this is 6, 3. And so if there were a question, you'd be like, well, because it's purple, then it's the same. All right. Next one, letter E. Letter E says that it is 5, -10. So positive, negative. Positive, negative. That means we're in quadrant 4. So we're going to go over 5 to the right and then down 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look, it's on the same line as that. But this is letter E, and it is 5, -10. Boom. Let's look at letter F. We have 5, 5. Wait a minute, we got another quadrant 1 again. Quadrant 1, and we're already at like 6, 5 and 6, 3, so now we're going to put one at 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's right next to that B. We're getting a little crunched in here. Thanks, Miss Armstrong, for putting them all so close. F, and F is 5, 5, so I'm going to put 5, 5 right out here. All right, last one. The last one says 2, -3. So 2, -3, we're going to go +2, that's to the right, and -3 is down, so we're in quadrant 4. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. There's our dot. Put a G, and then 2, -3. All right. So hopefully you get that you easily just put the points there. Now, what we're going to do next is kind of tricky. It's easy until it's not. All right? So let's look at this. What is the distance from A to C? Well, A is here and C is up there. They're both on the -7 for the x. So all we have to do is figure out how far apart they are on the y. This is where additive inverse comes in. Remember, we talked about additive inverse. Really, it's just adding the opposite. So if I'm down here, A, I'm at -10. The additive inverse is +10, right? So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That gets me to 0. But that doesn't get me to the 3. I got to go 3 more. 11, 12, 13. Okay? There's no horizontal movement because they're on the same. So this is going to be equal to 13 units. We use the word units because we don't know what it stands for. This could be graphing days, hours, inches, miles. We don't know. So it's just 13 units. All right. So going from E to F. Well, here's E and here's F. Oh, good. It's easy again. Okay. If we were going across, like from A to E, again, we would just count how many. But this one's going up again, so it's another positive number. From E to F. So E is at the -10, so we go up 10 to get to 0, and then up 5 more to get to F, so that is a positive 15 units. Now C to G, this is where I said it's easy until it's not, right? Well, here's where it's still easy, but it's not the same. All right? C to G. Oh, we're on a diagonal. Okay, well, we cannot just build a new road diagonally. We have to use the roads that are already there. So we're going C to G. So we're starting at C, which means we're going down, which is negative. So we're at 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts us on the same row. Okay, so we went down -6, and then we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we went to the right 9. So this is negative because we went down, but this is positive because we went over. This is what we're calling a slope. Okay, and you're going to learn more about slope in 7th grade. But slope is written differently. Slope is written as a fraction with the y and then the x. So for us, C to G is -6 over +9. All right? Easy enough? There you go. Again, put this into page 89 of your notebook, go into Google Classroom, and you, believe it or not, are going to do 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 sections of the CK12 because all of these notes just covered all 3 things in your notebook. Yes! So go in and do a 5.4, 5.5, and 5.6, and I'll see ya when I see ya. Bye!